Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Ahmad, international matchmaker. In a way, this is the work we do. Mainly, this video is recorded for Pakistanis and Indians. I am working in 5 countries. You can find matches from 10 major cities of Pakistan. You can find matches from India as well. You can also find matches from the USA, UK, and UAE. Now, please don't get confused. Let me clarify one thing right away. I have never highlighted anywhere that I am sending people from Pakistan to the US. What I mean is, if you are in Pakistan, you will get proposals from Pakistan. If you are in India, you will get proposals from India. You should not have this thought in your mind at all. There are two misconceptions you should not have. First, that someone will take you from Pakistan to the USA or UK. No one is in the mood to take you in and provide for you. Nor have I ever seen in my 7 or 8 years of career that anyone has called me saying they want to import an unskilled or educated boy from Pakistan or India. Anyway, something may be bitter, but at least these bitter truths will be enough to guide you. And my job here is to guide you so that you can understand these things. Then some people question my age. I am 37 years old. It's been more than 8 years. I've been doing matchmaking internationally and I receive requests from all over the world. So today, first let me clarify who we are working for. For those who want a simple, straightforward proposal. If they're Muslim Sunni, then Muslim Sunni based on language. If they're Punjabi, then a Punjabi proposal. If they speak Urdu, then an Urdu proposal. If they're Hindi speakers, then a Hindi proposal. If they're Marathi or Tamil and so on, then those proposals are referred to them accordingly. In the same city, in that particular location, based on my website, there are several websites which we will discuss later. But here, it's important to understand who we are working for. So those who need simple proposals, fill out a form with us, pay the fee and receive the proposals. But today it's important to clarify who we are not working for. Today I would like to explain more clearly for whom I am not working so that you can develop a vision of where your demands become inappropriate. First of all, these are Pakistanis, Indians. Let me tell you today that just as in Pakistan, even now, there is no tradition of giving daughters in marriage to Bengalis. If a Bengali comes to your door and says he wants to marry your daughter, you would simply feel a certain way. In the same way, that's exactly how an Arab feels. So whether you are Indian or Pakistani, just forget about any Arab being interested in giving you their daughter or arranging a marriage with you. So please don't call me and say that you want to marry an Arab girl. That's the first thing. Secondly, this craze for doctors, this inferiority complex that I'm noticing, there is an inferiority complex common among Pakistanis as well as Indians. If you couldn't become a doctor, that's not my fault. Nor is it the fault of other matchmakers or marriage bureaus. So don't call them and say you want to marry a doctor just because your sister became one. Hey, it's your sister who became a doctor. Where did you get the idea that you should get to marry one? Anyway, as for non-doctors, I never get such proposals that I could arrange your marriage with a doctor. You have your own personal connections, those people whom you yourself bring, saying, we already have one daughter-in-law who is a doctor, the second daughter-in-law is also a doctor, the third son is also a doctor. Now, our son has done an MA, but for him, we want a doctor as a bride because we are opening a hospital. So first, if you are opening a hospital, just try putting a simple ad in the newspaper. There will be a line of doctors waiting. Mention the salary and a doctor will come to you. I don't understand this method of wanting to bring in a doctor as a daughter-in-law. Kindly, please consider your own time important as well. Use a little bit of common sense. Talk sensibly, and then when they hear such words from me, they get a bit offended. So I said, let's record a video so that they understand that I'm not here to arrange marriages for doctors. Number one, nor am I here to send anyone to the USA, UK, Australia, or Canada. There's nothing like that. Those who believe in simple proposals, if you are a Muslim Sunni Punjabi, you will get a Muslim Sunni Punjabi proposal. You also won't get proposals based on caste like we are Gujar, we are Arain, or we are Chaudhary. If you wanted to stick to these foundations, you could have stayed in India. You could have lived peacefully. Talking about caste and creed after coming to Pakistan is beyond my understanding. You can't get a proposal based on caste and creed here either. Now let me tell you who I actually work for. All those people who want a simple, straightforward proposal, and in reality, those who truly understand the meaning of a perfect match. Here, I've often noticed that people, especially the sisters and daughters of boys, have completely twisted the idea of a perfect match. For example, if their son is dark skinned, they insist that the girl must be fair skinned. If their son is balding, they say the girl should have long hair. If their son hasn't studied much, now they want a well-educated daughter-in-law. Try opening a dictionary for the meaning of perfect match. See, a perfect match means that if the boy is dark skinned, the girl should also be dark skinned. If the boy has done an MA, the girl should also have an MA. If he has done a BA, the girl should also have a BA. If he hasn't done at least a graduation degree, I wouldn't want to consider anything below that. Anyway, if some people believe in simple proposals and during the meeting their son and daughter both seem very relatable to me in their straightforwardness. There are girls who think that the matchmaker will present them with a pile of girls' photos as if it's a marketplace. Just because you've given birth to a son doesn't mean you've done anyone a favor. If you have a son, it doesn't give you the right to go to people's homes. Not only to reject their daughters, but also to keep sending your son's proposals for years. Never has any mother or sister ever called and said that their brother is a bit strange. But whenever we've seen, most of the time it's been a strange looking face. The one who is actively looking for a truly beautiful and indeed a very young bride. Anyway, my sincerest apologies, but the unvarnished truth is often quite bitter to hear. But yes, this is the reality. Only if I talk about it will people get some idea of what their requirement should actually be. Let me also mention this about divorcees and never married individuals. Whenever we compare, the demand for divorcees is actually higher compared to never married people, meaning divorcees are ahead. Anyway, I'd like to record just these things for today. Let me also share my age. I am 37 years old. I have 8 to 10 years of experience in online matchmaking. We have people fill out a form. If you have proposals available, if proposals are requested straightforwardly, there are countless proposals from people who believe in meeting in person, who believe in communicating with the other party. I don't meet in person, but that doesn't mean the people with proposals don't meet. You can meet them, have a meeting, do a Skype meeting, call WhatsApp, Viber, talk to them, and then give feedback. If you want to reject people based on their photos, then I'm not that kind of matchmaker. If you pay my fee, your money will just go to waste. I charge 10,000 Pakistani, 6,500 Indian, or $100. That comes to around 370 dirhams. And only those who are genuinely looking for a straightforward proposal should contact me. If someone is standing on equal footing, for example, if a person is in the UK and is a national, they will get a proposal from another national in the UK. If someone is a doctor themselves and they demand a doctor, that's fine, it's justifiable and can be discussed. But otherwise, this matchmaking is not being done to send any Pakistani or any Indian from here to the UK, USA, Australia, or Canada. Those who believe in the blessings of a simple marriage know that marriage has its own blessing. If you get married, you'll see for yourself what advantages it brings you. Now, some people are like to conclude, some will like this video, some will dislike it, and some will disagree with these things. They will disagree. Then they'll go to more matchmakers, and when they do, they'll realize that even after paying money, they didn't get the proposals they demanded, so the advice I've given here is free. Even after paying money, if you still want to see someone who charges you to get you married just to send you to the UK, US, or Australia, then first of all, I've already been married once. I wouldn't want to get married a second time. I'll pay your fee. So please, it is truly important to stay away from such mothers and sisters who might misguide you and genuinely think that you should be matched with someone who is quite unsuitable. For example, if you are dark skinned, then they might believe you should be paired with someone very fair. However, Allah has indeed made everyone beautiful in their own unique way, my dear friend. But even if you see some flaw in your own appearance and want to bring in a beautiful girl just to make up for that flaw, I can't help you with that. I apologize for this. Understand the meaning of a simple, perfect match, recognize what a perfect match is, and then evaluate things based on those foundations. So, I will not arrange a marriage based on caste or creed. I won't send you to the UK, USA, Australia, or Canada. I won't arrange a marriage with a doctor. And I won't fulfill any such wish you have in your heart that you think can be achieved through marriage, whether it's dowry or wealth. I will record these and many other things in upcoming videos. Today, my only purpose was to say that this matchmaking is for simple, straightforward proposals. For people who believe in simplicity, not for those who've turned it into a professional business like, if we have one son-in-law who is a doctor, then the next one must also be a doctor. No, this matchmaking is not being done here to fulfill such wishes. If you want a simple, straightforward proposal, then come and discuss, fill out the form, and please make the payment. My job is to provide you with proposals for 1 year, during which you will receive 35 to 50 proposals, provided that you are giving me feedback and you are meeting with the people from those proposals. If you are meeting with those people, then the work will be done 100%. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to work with those who reject girls just based on photos. And after having a son, they think they've done a favor, not just to this country or this city, but to the entire universe. So, anyway, those were bittersweet things. It needed to be said. There is no need for apology. There was a simple guidance in it. Like or dislike, it doesn't matter. But the main thing happened at the end of the message. Thank you very much. Please take care to watch the video till the end. Allah Hafiz.